Hey guys, it's Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching. It is 9:23, 4:41 p.m. Central Time. So quite an interesting day. We had an open drive. We had an open drive higher, and in almost all markets too. It's pretty rare to get them all going at the same time, but we literally got them all going at the same time today, and that's really important. So before I start, if you have any questions of me, if you'd like to visit the room, if you'd like to check out what we do, or you have questions about one-on-one coaching or the software, you can send me an email to tradeandperform, tradenperform @gmail.com. That's the end of the promotional material. Let's get into it. We're going to start with CL tonight. So these are the levels for CL, and I'm going to be very basic in how I show. This is the open of the US market. Okay, and we have a saying in the room, break the higher low for dough. And as you can see early in the open, right, you can see someone try to trap. We opened up, we gapped away from the prior US session's close, right? We gapped up, failed to fill the gap, attempted above the prior day's high, fell in, second time above, shorts got squeezed. This is an old high from a prior day right here. We got above. Again, they tried to trap, failed to get back below, pushed to the next day. Again, they tried to trap, failed, got above, and then it pushed to the anomaly, which is your resistance point. First time into the resistance point, pushed down, right? Then we pushed above it, failed. Now, this is a pretty good opportunity right here. When you get underneath that anomaly the second time, if it'll test back and fail to get back in, you end up with a gorgeous head and shoulders, and it can often push down. It didn't in this case. You can see it just kind of grinds out there the rest of the day, but this was pretty clear opportunity to actually have a great short, and it just didn't pan out this time. A couple of key points. We recognized right out of the gate that it was open drive higher there. There were no shorts. There was no pain. We did not get the long. I need some kind of pullback, and in the morning they didn't give me a pullback. So kind of clean your hands of it and move on to the next trade. Really easy. So next, let's go to NQ. So NQ opened up, and you can see again, same characteristic. And the reason why I do these videos is so guys in the room, we actually have algos that help us get in and out of the trades. But you have to understand how we're working on a larger time frame, and it's an area I see people weak on, so I want to reinforce it. Failure to close the gap, right? First 5-minute bars down. This is value area high. This is the prior day's high. Attempted push down. So the first clue there is you couldn't make it back to the prior day's point of control, which is what the dashed blue lines are. Drive up, get above the prior day, no attempt to get back below. Get above an old high, right? An old prior day's high, couldn't get back underneath that. You see they try to reject off this prior day's low, but what we really want for them to do is peekaboo above and then get back in. If this peekaboo above gets back in, then we're looking for some kind of like little pushback to fail. That didn't happen. This is a Dalton's gap fill right here, which is normally between this and the anomaly or the support resistance zone behind. That's normally where you would look for resistance. It pushed. You can see it finally pushed into support resistance zone. Did not reject immediately again. NQ is, this is like when you get all these bars stacked on top of each other in the first half hour. That's as open drive higher as it gets. Consolidates. We actually got this short to the downside here and here, I believe, and I'll go through the algo really quick. But the point is, this anomaly did slow it down. It kind of made it like it was trading in mud, but it did not give a sharp rejection until after 10 o'clock, which is very common in an open drive higher. And then we finally pushed back above. You can see we came back to the backside test here late in the afternoon. Push back up, and now you can see this will probably act as resistance overnight. It was just trend day up. We had 3 trades. We were 3 for 3 in the room. Very good trading. But that's how the zones worked. It wasn't spectacular. There wasn't any great rotation, counter rotation. The character of the market really changed over the last 2 days. And that's the summary of the levels really quick. I do want to go over really fast, guys, the NQ shorts that we had. So I'm going to drag that out. So this is actually the the work that we use, the chart that we use to find our trades. And you're going to see over here at 10 o'clock that, okay, so what we're looking for is, these are denoting waves to a high. I know it looks complex. It's really not once you learn it, and it really helps give us great trades. I'm just going to cover 2 trades in here, right? So this whole area, I'm going to block it off. This whole thing ends up being the wave to the high. So we don't guess. We're not in here looking, going, where's the wave to the high and where's the exact peak? We don't care about it. What we're looking for is to get a close, what I call an orthodox close underneath the wave to the high. That occurs here. So what I am looking for next is for a push back up, right? And within that push back up, I'm looking for various algo setups that we have. And we simply did not get it on this particular push. As a matter of fact, if you look closely, you will see, wait a minute, let's see if this, I may be blocking it. So I don't remember exactly what time we took the first trade. So we get underneath, we don't get set up for a short over here. When it pushes back up, we're looking for a short up in this area, and we just don't get it. We're looking for a, what we would call an engulfing bar or a 2-bar combo, and it just doesn't set up. We really would have liked to shorten here. It just didn't set up, and it rolls all the way down. You're like, well, that kind of sucks, right? You lose your day, and you had the one good short, right? But you got to remember, everything in here sets up, and then once you're underneath this little push-up right here, see these 2 bars? This gives the algo, it's what's called the 2-bar combo. So you see these 2 bars, it shows up over here, and then we get this bar right here. You see the little algo underneath. That's actually, I take it back, that's our first short of the day right there, the 1017. And you can see we're short. As soon as this bar closes, we're short, and that's our first set of P&L, right? So remember, in order to flip long, now we've got to be able to get above the top of this bar. This really keeps us safe when we're trading. It helps us know which side's in control. So this is trade number 1. This is actually quite funny. This is trade number 2 right here. We entered on the close of this bar. And if you look at it really closely, the stop on this is 12 points. So it was 93. Basically, it was 15,295 was the stop. 15,305, not 95. This was the stop literally right here. And the funny thing about that was, funny, not funny, but we missed by a tick. And if you scroll up through our Slack channel in the room, you will see that everyone was pretty much laughing in a more of a relieved way than anything else. Where let me see if I can scroll up here. That so you see Matt and everyone else right here. You can see everyone's going, I can't believe that. Ha ha ha. Randy was wow. Roderick was like laugh out loud. Bill was like yes. And the reason why is we were about to take a full stop out on that at 12 points right here. Literally, our stop was 05 and it went to 0475. And everyone ended up getting paid about, well, 93 down to 73, about 20 points or $400 a contract. It became awfully close to a stop. And that's why the stops are structured properly, right? We don't want it if it's not going to fit. The whole idea of the room is to have a larger understanding of what the market's trying to accomplish, then pinpoint our attacks. And we just nailed that attack down today. We had 3 trades. All 3 of them were profitable. All of them came after 10 in the morning. It was a slow day, but we got paid, and that's what we care about. Anyways, my friends, I hope everyone had a wonderful day. If you'd like to visit the room, send me an email. The email's at the beginning of this video. I hope everyone had a great day. That's a review of the levels. It was pretty much open, drive higher, and we picked up the bones, but even the bones ended up per contract being worth, I think the first trade was worth about $300 and the second trade was worth about $400 per contract. Doesn't take a lot of money when you're picking up $300 and $400 a contract to have a great living. Remember, I think about $500, $600 a day is about $125,000 a year. Don't take my math for it. Break out the calculator and check it for yourself. Let's go do it again, guys. We're on a roll. Let's keep making money. Have a great night. Talk to y'all soon.